While rock climbing, a female corpse suddenly fell from above and landed directly on the climbing rope between him and his companion. Just as the two were about to plummet into the abyss, a fellow climber intervened in time to prevent the tragedy. Police officers quickly arrived at the scene and rappelled down the cliff face to investigate. After careful examination, they discovered several distinct wounds on the deceased's thigh and what appeared to be wood piercing through her palm. Drawing on his extensive experience, the officer deduced that the leg wounds were caused by coyote bites. However, it was puzzling that coyotes typically don't venture to such high elevations, and the wood in the victim's palm didn't match any vegetation found at the summit. This suggested her death was not accidental, and that she may have fled all the way up from the base of the mountain. Soon after, the medical examiner completed the autopsy report, confirming the bite marks on the victim's legs were indeed from coyotes. Strangely, no coyote tracks were found near the summit, clearly indicating another force had pushed the victim off the cliff. While police couldn't determine the victim's identity, she bore an expensive X-shaped tattoo made of actual gold, suggesting she was financially well off. The next day, officers searched for clues along the mountain trail. Outside a hunting cabin, they discovered bloody footprints. Inside the room was a blood-stained rope, apparently used by the victim to tourniquet her thigh before she died. But staying in the cabin would have been far safer. Why did she flee all the way to the summit? As the officer puzzled over this, a black bear suddenly charged out, knocking the female officer to the ground. The thin cabin door stood no chance against a several hundred-pound bear. In that critical moment, the male officer decisively drew his weapon and fired. After 2 shots, the bear fled in panic. In the forest, they found the victim's abandoned sneakers. The officers theorized she had been hiking and strayed off the trail before being attacked by coyotes. Shortly after, they spotted bullet marks grazing a rock face. The officer retrieved the bullet from a large tree and immediately called the medical examiner, who confirmed the woman's left leg had been shot before the bite wounds. The gunshot wound had been concealed by the external injuries. This is a gripping suspense thriller series, and the victim's identity remains deeply mysterious. The show is called Untamed.